What is remote wellness training? So remote wellness training is offered service that Fortress utilizes to help patients stay in the wellness game longer. So it is an individualized wellness training program that is tailored to you in order to stay into the fitness world, to create overall health and longevity, to develop your purpose at that fitness level, whatever your fitness level may be. The cool thing with wellness training, remotely especially, is with Fortress, we utilize this app or smartphone app called TrueCoach. We're not sponsored by them, but through personal experience, I've used TrueCoach application myself for my own training in wellness programming, that through this application, me as a physical therapist, I program for you in order to help train around pain. So there's specific movements that are prescribed for you. We utilize also basic human movement such as squatting, stooping, reaching, etc. And we also track some things along the way, like your pain level, right? Because that's very important. Your response to training or wellness training session that day, we have to know if there's any pain that you may experience afterwards, during, or even before, because that tells us something. So there's constant communication that's going on between myself through this TrueCoach application, and then you as the patient on the other end, you're giving me the feedback that, hey, this exercise is a little too tough for me. It kind of gave me a little bit of a knee pain, or hey, if I video myself on this, can you just check out my form to see if I'm performing this right? So another thing that we also track through the remote programming is rating of perceived exertion, or known as RPE. So on a 0 to 10 scale, or 0 to 100, 0 is like hanging out, watching your favorite movie. 100 or 10 is kind of like 100% full effort, all out. After I do this bout of movement or exercise, I'm done for the day. So usually with wellness training and any approach to kind of like a fitness program, we want to stay in that 60 to 75, maybe up to 85, sometimes 90 range. But again, from the physical therapy perspective, we kind of want to be in that 50 to 70% range, right? Because with this remote wellness training, whatever your goal may be, you learn how to train around pain, as well as you get this constant monitoring from me or from your attending physical therapist, right? So it's this constant communication through this app or from your smartphone, that we can send text messages back and forth, we can send videos back to each other, and it is an immediate response. So wellness training remotely as a whole is helping create this independence for you as the patient in order to get yourself back up to that level that you want to be, whether it's getting back to that golf game or, hitting up one of the local trail or mountain trails here, maybe perhaps like Stone Mountain or something, where you gotta try to navigate that knee pain. So this remote coaching and training helps bridge that gap from afar, because you can't come in here, or it's not realistic to come into your physical therapist every day. So this is a nice approach that we utilize here at Fortress Physical Therapy, that we can keep an eye on you. And another side note, a lot of my patients actually, and a lot of us perhaps out there, might have a smartwatch. So I'm not promoted by them, but I have an Apple iWatch, and a handful of my patients also have Apple iWatches too. So there is an aspect through the Apple Fitness Aspect app that you can become friends online, and I can see if you're gonna do your exercise or not for the day, or I can see if you went out for that 2-mile walk. So I'm constantly monitoring you from afar. So that's where that accountability comes in. So overall, remote wellness training is driven by a physical therapist, myself, and we have constant monitoring throughout that process. And we want to keep you in the longevity game for as long as possible, and to be able to understand how your body moves and functions around pain, and getting away from that pain spectrum and not experiencing it as often. Because I'm going to be truthful to you, everybody experiences pain, but sometimes you just need a little bit of accountability and a little bit of reassurance from your tending healthcare provider, physical therapist, to know that there's other ways to navigate around that.